Good CrafterNoon, everyone, and welcome to today's crafting adventure. I'm Colleen, Master Maker at the Carnegie-Stout Public Library's Makerspace. Over the course of a series of videos, I'm going to show you the ins and outs and ups and downs of what a Serge sewing machine is and how it can help you grow your sewing skills. So what is a Serge machine? A serger, or overlock machine, is a sewing machine that makes an overlock stitch on one or more pieces of fabric. But what's an overlock stitch? An overlock is the kind of stitch that sews over the edge of one or two pieces of fabric. The main features include hemming, seaming, finishing, and edging your fabrics. But do you really need a serger? To answer that question, let me put it like this. Would you like your projects to look more professional? Do you love knit fabrics and want a way to sew it easier and faster? Is it better to have a fraying fabric on the inside of your clothes, or would you rather have a nice, clean, even seam that won't fray? If the answer is yes to any of these questions, then the Makerspace's brother Dizinio serger, model DZ1234, is the machine you need. So let's take a closer look at our brother serger. So here we have the Brother Dizinio series serger. It is available anytime the Makerspace and the library are open. Anybody can come in and use the serger, and we're going to give you a little bit of an overview of the serger and take away some of the scariness that's going on here. This serger is the capabilities of doing a 3 or 4 thread overlock stitch. So obviously it needs 3 or 4 spools of thread, which are here along the back. This is the thread tree that guides the different threads into the different slots here. So you're going to notice we have a series of tension discs here that determine the tension that you're sewing with. The first one here is the left needle, right needle, the upper looper, and the lower looper. Well, what the heck is a looper? A looper is similar to what a bobbin would be. It's the thread that would come up from the bottom of the machine. And so you can see here is how it's threaded through, and it looks really complicated to thread this machine, but if you just thread it from right to left, following the thread guides, it's really not that hard at all. I used to be scared to death to do this, but it's not hard at all. So under here also are the knives that cut the fabric as it's surging along. Here are the 2 needles, the left and the right needle. This right here is the presser foot lever. Over here on the side is the knob that'll move the needles up and down. If we look to the side, here is the stitch width and the stitch length knobs. And this is the differential. The differential determines the speed at which the rear feed dogs move. And it's good to have this if you're sewing or serging lighter weight fabric. You turn the dial lower. Heavier fabric, it would go higher. But for our purposes, we're not going to mess around with that right away until we get to some more advanced classes. This right here will turn the knives on and off. There may be times when you don't want the fabric cut as you're serging. I don't know when that might be, because that's the whole point of the serger, but there is an on-off for the knives. This side also comes off, so if you're doing a cuff or the hem of a pants, you can take it off and easily move your fabric in and out of there. And it just slides right. So now that we have some of the scariness explained away on the serger, let's try serging a piece of fabric. So you can do a single layer or a double layer for the decorative edging. I'm going to show you, we're going to sew 2 pieces together here so you can see how that it actually cuts the fabric as it sews. And this machine actually has a cool little fabric catcher that slides on right here, so that all the strips of fabric that it cuts away go down into this little tray instead of all over the place. So like any sewing machine, you're going to lift the presser foot, position your fabric underneath, and then lower it. And using the little foot pedal, start to serge. Oh my goodness, that's loud and scary, isn't it? Just keep your fingers away from those knives and you'll be fine. As you saw, as it surged along, it cut this edge of the fabric off and left a nice, even hem, or decorative stitch if that's what you're doing. It sounded scary, but it's not. It actually will sew 1,300 stitches per minute. That is crazy fast. You'll get your projects done in no time. So let's show this again. Cut off the end, another nice clean seam. You'll notice that when I finish the seam, I make what's called, these are called chains. You want the chain to be about 2 or 3 inches long before you cut it. Why? I'm not exactly sure, but that's what I've read. So just do what I say and nobody gets hurt. And that is simple serging right there. In our next video, part 2, we're going to learn to sew a hand warmer. And that will get your first project under your belt and on your way to serging. So thanks for watching the intro to Learn to Serge, and keep watching for updates. Thanks for watching. Have a great afternoon.
We hope you enjoyed today's craft. Most projects we demonstrate can be made in under an hour and require a few basic tools or supplies.
Have questions or suggestions for future videos? Use the comment section below and we'll add it to our list. Thanks for watching, and remember the Makerspace mantra.
The only limit is your imagination.